RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Dentistry with TLC, stop hiding and start smiling. Quality Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Cadillac, serving the Riverbend for 52 years.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Basketball here on Z1570, and we are live in Wood River at beautiful Memorial Gymnasium, and the crowd growing bigger and bigger by the minute here for the Eagles and the Oilers, a big Riverbend showdown and a good rivalry game tonight, and on top of it, it's senior night here for the Oilers, the maroon and gold against the purple and gold. With Brian Lewis, Brent Berkland here with you for Friday night, Riverbend boys basketball and the Oilers and the Eagles. Good evening, Brian. This should be fun tonight.
Well, senior night's always fun, no matter what the venue, but when you throw on top of it a rivalry game such as Wood River and CM, and the fact that Wood River is going for their 20th win of the season tonight in front of the home crowd, it should make for a very fun evening.
Coach Ty Locks of CM getting his team ready to roll, and Coach Adam Miller of East Alton Wood River getting his team to roll too. It's already been a big week for the Oilers. Back on Tuesday here at home, they beat Hillsboro to clinch the SCC West Conference Championship, and that was their first conference title that they've won outright since 1984. So it's already been a big week here for the Oilers, and it's getting bigger and bigger now as we go to Friday night.
Yeah, we got Oiler madness going on down here over this basketball team, but it's well-deserved for these young men as they've had an outstanding season. And if they can continue to just stay within themselves and play hard each and every night, there's no reason they can't keep playing for quite a long time here this winter. When you have three young men that are averaging in double figures, such as Wood River does with the likes of Smith and Cobb and Colby Hall. Thank you for the help there. When you got three young men that are averaging double figures, you just got a good team. And the fact is, Wood River has a very good team. And if they keep working hard, they should still pile up more wins.
Well, what's even better about them, we mention this every time we get on the air, is they have the two big men, Hall and Cobb. They have the slasher and the shooter in Delaro Smith. But they have two good guards that run the whole offense, make the whole thing go, in Tharp and Corey. So you have all the pieces there for a 20-win season.
Well, me personally, I'm a huge fan of Kevin Tharp. I love watching that young man play each and every night I can. And you're right, he runs the offense. He's an excellent point guard. He never stops hustling. He plays tremendous defense. He can play at both ends of the court. And, he's not a guy that's going to have a lot of colleges looking at him or a lot of people in the stands saying, did you see Kevin Tharp tonight? But he's a guy that if you have on your team, you're going to win. He's going to help you win games. And then when you look at Corey, it's just another senior to provide leadership, experience. He's averaging about 5 points a game. He can handle the ball pretty well. He can help out, controlling the ball with Kevin Tharp if the other teams are pressing. And you're right, they have all the pieces of a puzzle to make this a magical winner here in Wood River.
And Brandon Corey leading the team in three balls. He has 17 threes this year, but really it seems like this team is not made for the three-point shot. They have the guys that can score down low, Hall and Cobb. They have the slasher again, and Delaro Smith. And Delaro Smith leading the team in points scored at almost 16 points a game. Cobb at 15 points a game. You look at CM, they've had all kinds of struggles, and the biggest struggle is offense. They've scored in the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s way too much this year.
Yeah, they've really struggled making field goals this season, and I know it's been a tough year for the Eagles and Coach Locke sitting at 6-19, and they're going to be outsized tonight. Everybody's figuring Wood River is going to roll to a victory here when you just look at this on paper, but I got a feeling in the hearts of those young men out there, and the fact that this is senior night, they would love to come in here and silence this crowd and, be able to joke around with these guys across town that they ruined their senior night here in front of their home fans.
Well, the last time the Oilers beat the Eagles, because they play every year, it was 2002, so that's been a while. And I just stopped by the Oilers locker room, and up on the board it has 19-6, and it has 6-19. And I have a feeling that Coach Miller said, this doesn't mean much, boys. Just because their record is this and our record is this, we still have to play and beat CM.
Yeah, it doesn't mean much when you have a game like this, if you can throw the records out. But what you can't throw out is the facts of the players on the court. And when you got a guy like Lucas Cobb underneath that is averaging a double-double, 15 points a game, 10 rebounds a game. You throw in the mix another 6'4" kid with Hall, averaging 10 points a game and about 6 rebounds a game. I mean, they've got size. Delaro Smith's a slasher, a scorer. They've got the pieces of the puzzle that it's going to be very, very tough for any team to beat Wood River. And CM, even though they might be a little bit outmanned, if they can come out and play hard on defense, then I think it could work out for them in the end.
And they could keep the game close and have a chance to win in the end. And their team, with the one player averaging in double figures, and Zach Standifer has been their leading scorer all year long. He's averaging 12 points per game. Then you have Wolfel and Woolley and Steemack and the rest of the crew. They have to find a way to score some points. And more than anything, because they're not a big team, they have to find a way to rebound once in a while, too. That's been a problem as well.
That's going to be a big issue tonight there on the boards. Zach Standiford is an outstanding player in his own right. He's averaging 12 points a game, about 3 rebounds a game. He does a good job. You can count on him almost every single night to score. They need somebody to step up at the offensive end to help him out tonight and get more than their average, whether it be a Thomas Wolfel or a Taylor Knight or somebody of that ilk that can step up and throw up 12, 15 points tonight. If they can do that, it'll help them, but it won't matter unless what you said, they can rebound. They're going to be outsized. Their tallest man on roster is 6'3", and it's just going to be a battle underneath it, and they're going to have to show a lot of heart, the CM Eagles. We're going to see what they're made of here tonight.
Purple and gold here in town. We are in Wood River, Oiler country tonight. We're back with more pregame in a moment. Shells off tonight, Explorers off tonight. I thought we might see some Roxana and some Marquette folks here. We'll see how that goes. It's a big, big crowd already, and we're still about 5 minutes away from the tip. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
With Brian Lewis, Brent Birkeland back with you here at East Alton Wood River High School. Still a couple of minutes away from tipping this big game off tonight. CM and East Alton Wood River. Friday night boys basketball. We mentioned that Marquette has the night off. Roxana has the night off. Southwestern with a game tonight. They're playing at Vandalia. The Alton Redbirds have a home game tonight against the Collinsville K-Hawks. But the big Riverbend game is right here, right now. It's the Oilers and the Eagles, and it's right here on Z1570. And we're going to see how this game gets started. That'll be a big key for especially the underdog. And I guess the underdog tonight would be the Eagles, even though that's really not what they're used to when they play Wood River.
No, that's normally not the case, and as you've already mentioned, Wood River has not beaten CM since 2002, but this is a much different Wood River basketball team than the people in the Riverbend are used to seeing over the course of the last 8 to 10 years. And you're right, it's unusual to say CM would be the underdog in this game, but they clearly are here this evening, and it's not like they don't have a shot to win, but they're going to really have to play a hard 32 minutes of basketball on both ends of the court and then see where they lay.
Coach Ty Locks of the Eagles, Coach Adam Miller of the Oilers, with some last-minute instructions here. And again, a big crowd, a lot of purple to our right, a lot of maroon in the crowd to our left, as we as always here perched up on stage as we get ready to roll. And the starting lineups will be announced in a moment, the national anthem in a moment, and then we'll get this big game underway between the Oilers and the Eagles. Again, the Oilers 19-6, the Eagles 6-19. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Welcome back to Oiler Country. Big basketball game tonight. East Alton Wood River and Civic Memorial. Again, the maroon and gold and the purple and gold, and both teams getting some last-minute instructions from their head coaches, and the starting lineups still coming up here at Memorial Gymnasium 2. And again, a big crowd here tonight. One of the ways you can tell there's a big crowd here is when they start opening up the balcony and they put fans behind that basket at the far end.
Yeah, normally you just see the band up there, but as you mentioned, they're opening up the balcony. The fans are starting to load in up there, and it's going to turn out to be an outstanding night down here. We're not sure who's going to come out on top, but we're going to have a lot of fun watching it.
The starting lineup first for Coach Ty Locks and the CM Eagles. We'll tell you about that to begin with, and see if there's any changes. Looks like at least a couple of changes for the Eagles lately, the last couple of weeks, tinkering with the starting lineup and maybe some playing time for some different players. And CM with 6 wins on the year, but they did have a big win Tuesday night in the Mississippi Valley Conference when they beat Mascoutah. A little bit of an upset there because Mascoutah was up in the upper half of the conference. Kyle Yates, a freshman guard, will start tonight, number 1. And a sophomore, Drew Emmerich, will also get the start tonight. So those are the 2 big changes. In case you haven't heard some Eagles basketball lately, Tyler Woolley will start. He's a junior guard, number 24. Thomas Wolfel will also start. And then their leading scorer, Zach Standifer, a senior at 6'2", and their tallest player. But again, a lot taller players for the Oilers as they turn out the lights and the spotlights go here at Memorial Gymnasium for the starting 5 for Coach Adam Miller, and the fans go wild, of course.
Yeah, it's a heck of a show they put on down here when they're doing the starting lineups at Wood River. Reminiscent of the old stadium up there in Chicago back in the days when they used to do the Bulls. One of your favorite places up there.
Kevin Tharp, one of the seniors, will start. All 5 starters will be seniors. 6 seniors on the roster. Normally one of the starters, Colby Hall, a junior, but he will not start here tonight because of senior night. Tharp and Corey, the 2 guards. Then you have Detrez McElroy, usually the 6th man off the bench, but he'll start tonight because he's a senior. Then you have Delaro Smith. And then you have the big man, Lucas Cobb, about 6'5", 280 pounds. And again, averaging a double-double. 15 points a game, 10 rebounds a game.
Did you just see how high Cobb jumped on that chest bump coming out there? That's as high as I've seen him jump all year. The big man is excited. He's ready for senior night, and I got a feeling he's going to put on a show for this home crowd. I mean, averaging a double-double. I just can't get over big number 55.
At Olin Community Credit Union, they offer more than savings accounts, checking accounts, money markets, loans, and IRAs. They also offer a Visa Platinum card which rewards their members with low rates, no annual fees, no hidden fees, no balance transfer fees, built-in safety features to protect your card from fraud, and a rewards program which rewards you for every purchase you make. Apply today for an Olin Community Credit Union Visa Platinum card at www.olincreditunion.org.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at robertsmotors.com.
And I was more worried about the man that he was giving the chest bump to more than how high he was actually going to be jumping there, but you're right. That was a sight to see in itself, and now we get ready for the opening tip in front of the big crowd tonight at East Alton Wood River High School. Delaro Smith will jump it up against Thomas Wolfel here. The Oilers in their white uniforms, trimmed in the maroon and gold, and it's the purple of CM from Bethalto in the purple and gold, and they win the tip, and we are underway as Tyler Woolley brings it up the floor. He sends it left side to Kyle Yates. Now to the top it goes to Zach Standifer. Man-to-man for the Oilers. Lucas Cobb will guard Tyler Woolley. Actually, he's just going to take care of things under the basket, and everybody else will go man-to-man because he'll slack off of Tyler Woolley here and there. Here's Wolfel giving to Woolley. Again, guarded by Cobb, the point guard, really. Guarded by the center for the Oilers here. Drew Emmerich has it. Left side, it goes to Yates. Very patient for the Eagles, and they will be deliberate, probably try to keep the score down if they can.
Yeah, that's going to be the best way for them to do it, is to control the ball. Obviously, no shot clock in high school, so they can just pass this ball around and run the clock down as long as they'd like.
Here is Yates, again a freshman, Kyle Yates, dribbling on Kevin Tharp. Now Wolfel gives to Woolley. Now out high it goes to Standifer. Oilers in some tough man-to-man defense, and even though the Eagles are passing it around, the Oilers still with some solid D. They're right in their face, and every time they get the ball, someone is right there in their lap for some defense. Here's underneath to Wolfel, blocked away by Delaro Smith. Here comes Brandon Corey, up and missed it. Rebound Cobb, and he lost it out of bounds as he put it on the floor, and it went off of his fingertips there. Big block, and then the Oilers not able to finish here at the other end.
Yeah, big block by Delaro Smith to start that fast break. It looked like Corey had the easy layup. It went in and out on him, and then Lucas Cobb dribbled it off his own knee out of bounds underneath the rim.
So 0-0. Now Wolfel will fire a three. It's off the rim, no good. There's Tharp with a rebound this time. Kevin Tharp up to Delaro Smith. 3 ball is short. McElroy saves it to Cobb. Cobb underneath. Had it knocked away. Now Smith with it. A little turnaround. He missed it. Smith again fouled in front of the rim. And there's the Oilers controlling the offensive glass right away.
I was a little bit surprised that Smith settled for that three-pointer to start that possession. Not really an outstanding three-point shooter. His game is taking it into the paint, and then that's what he did after that. As you see him at the foul line now, that's because he's very aggressive and very active in the paint.
Free throw short for Delaro Smith. And he'll shoot another one. And we're still scoreless, 0-0. McElroy and Cobb down low. Smith, Tharp, and Corey, the guards really for the Oilers, as Smith misses them both, and we're still 0-0. 5:45 to go, first quarter. Eagles ball now, back at the other end again. Here's Woelfel to Woolley to Yates, out to Standifer, open 3, it's good, glass and good. He didn't mean to do that, but Zach Standifer with a 3 ball.
He may not have meant to do it, but he'll definitely take it, and so will Coach Locks over there, as that's a 3-0 lead to start the game for Zach Standifer and the Eagles.
Got just a little opening there on the left wing from 3, and now Tharp from 3. It's in and out, no good. Rebound CM. Purple ball, they're up 3-0 here. 5:10 to go, first quarter.
Well, another guy there, Kevin Tharp, not known for his three-point shooting, but he did have an open look, took a good shot, and it just went in and out for him.
Standifer out high, guarded by McElroy. Now the give is to Woelfel. He traveled. Smith came out for the steal, and Woelfel thought he was going to have an open lane to the basket, and he started a little too quickly.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit surprised at the opening he had between himself and the basket there, as Delaro went for the steal and couldn't get it, and he just traveled. Woelfel traveled before he could get it going.
Oilers ball, McElroy in the left corner to Delaro Smith. 3 ball off the rim, no good. Oilers fight for the rebound. Going to be a jump ball called. Possession arrow to the Oilers, and the Oilers start off with a little bit of cold shooting, and they've tried a couple of threes.
Well, they've tried 3 3-pointers now already. They're 0 for 3. You take those 3-pointers if you've exhausted all your options inside, and they're not really doing that yet. They're just settling for 3-pointers early in the possession.
And they could get some easy looks, and you know those will be coming. Here's Tharp with a missed 3, and the Eagles back the other way again. So 3-0, and right now Emmerich gives the ball to Standifer. There's a steal by Tharp. Kevin Tharp knocked away, but a foul. Woolley on a reach in, and he kept Tharp from a layup there.
Yeah, that's what Kevin Tharp does for you, though. He's excellent on the defensive end of the court. He stole the ball down around his own free throw line, takes it all the way and draws a foul, gets to the foul line, and see if he can get the Oilers on the board.
4:20 to go, first quarter, and it's just 3-0 so far. Here's Tharp at the line. He puts it up and puts it in, and the Oilers are on the board. It took a while. 4:20 of the first quarter. They score their first point. They still don't have a field goal yet, but now they're 1 for 3 from the line. And 2 for 4 from the line because Kevin made them both.
Kevin Tharp trying to steady his team here, get him on the scoreboard, get him to calm down, relax a little bit here on senior night. I'm sure the nerves were a little bit more than usual here at the start of the game.
Woolley, top of the key, gives it to Yates. Back to Woolley. Now left side, Woelfel with a 3. Good swish by Woelfel. 6-2 CM.
Good looking shot there by Woelfel from the left wing. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and that's what they're going to need, is somebody else to help out Standifer here this evening.
Oilers with the ball. Tharp and Corey play catch. Now down to McElroy. CM packing it in really on a zone defense. And that's what's causing maybe the Oilers to think they're open from 3, and they've missed 4 or 5 3 balls. Here's Tharp dumping it down to Cobb. Cobb turns around. He puts it off the glass and in.
Well, that's what you need. You need your point guard, Kevin Tharp, to take the chance of throwing that pass over the top of the zone. The other men weren't exactly loving the opportunity of throwing that pass over the top of the zone, but Kevin Tharp will do it, and that should be there all night for the big number 55 underneath Lucas Cobb.
Shot from 3, missed there by Woolley. Rebound. Oilers. Here comes Tharp. Tharp quickly up the floor. Inside, Cobb again, good again. Nice bounce through the lane, and 55 has another bucket.
And that's the Wood River offense we're used to seeing. That's how they want to play offense. If that's not there, then they'll work it back outside for the guards. But once again, Kevin Tharp with a nice bounce pass into Lucas Cobb.
6-6 game now. We're tied, and 2:42 to go here in the first quarter. 3 ball for Yates. Off the glass, no. Long rebound, it's Tharp again. Tharp leading the Oilers in rebounds tonight so far. Tharp out to McElroy, top of the key. Now it goes right wing again. Skip pass. Here's Smith. Free throw line. Dumps to Cobb. Lucas puts it up and in. Off the rim again for Lucas Cobb.
Great job by Delaro Smith penetrating in there. All the Eagles thought he was going to take the shot. He goes up in the air, drops the pass off to Cobb for an easy 2 points.
CM with 3 players at the scorer's table. And Colby Hall there too, the starter for the Oilers normally, will be checking in here for Coach Adam Miller. 6'4", junior. Here's Woolley to Woelfel. It's an 8-6 game. CM with 2 threes, and they'll try another. Standifer missed it. Tharp with another rebound. A long one, but it goes to number 1, and BK will set it up again. Tharp left side to McElroy, down to Delaro Smith. Driving baseline, gives to Cobb, triple teamed and fouled by a couple of Eagles there.
Yeah, the referee could definitely take his pick on who he wants to give that foul to. As 2 or 3 Eagles converge down on Cobb, all of them getting rather physical with the big man, but that's what they're going to have to do. They don't have the size to just outright defend him. They're going to have to get physical with him, and they're going to have to help defend, double team and triple team as this night goes on.
I think that foul might have been on Standifer. If so, that would be his second, so he sits down. And CM makes 4 changes. Smith misses a 3. Tharp with a rebound out at the 3-point line. Kevin Tharp with another. Now Smith has it left side. It's 8-6. The Oilers with the lead. Eagles with a couple of threes. Cobb has it again. Underneath, and he's fouled on the floor. This time on the right block, he's fouled again.
Well, there's another nice pass inside there. As Kevin Tharp's doing a great job of tossing a lob pass over that zone and getting it into Cobb.
Cobb on the inbounds to Tharp. Now into the game, Michael Shasheen, number 14. Also number 20, Taylor Knight. Into Cobb again. Good again. Lucas Cobb with another easy one.
Delaro Smith took the Eagles' baseline there, drove the baseline, got inside, threw a jump pass once again into Cobb, and that's 8 points for Cobb, and I believe all 4 buckets have been within a foot of the rim.
10-6 our score. Oilers on a run now as Taylor Knight gives the ball up to number 33, Matthew Steemack. Steemack lost it on the side of the lane and out of bounds. East Alton Wood River ball. 37 seconds to go. First quarter.
Nice defense there by McElroy. As he's showing, he's thanking the coach for the start here on senior night by showing some good defense, causing that turnover.
Jack McKinney into the game too, number 22 for CM. And now the Oilers wait for the last shot, holding the ball at midcourt, leading 10-6. And again, the only field goals belong to Lucas Cobb. He's got 4 buckets, Tharp with 2 free throws. So 10-6. Here's Smith for 3. Short, long rebound. Cobb there, but it's grabbed by Shasheen, and he won't get a shot off before the buzzer to end the first quarter here in Oiler Country. East Alton Wood River with a lead. 10-6 over CM after 1. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. she definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Tharp, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo!
Back live in Oiler Country. Brian Lewis and Brent Birkland with you here. CM balls. We start the second quarter. Inside McKinney. Puts it up and in over Tharp. A couple of little guys down low, and Jack McKinney quickly off the glass and in.
McKinney did not have a good angle there for that shot, but he was able to knock the little 3-footer in off the glass and cut this lead to 2 points.
Now it's 10-8. CM had 6 points in the first quarter, 2 3-balls, and that was it. Now the Oilers will hold it for a moment in the center circle with Kevin Tharp. And try to get CM out of that zone defense, maybe. If they can, maybe not. Coach Ty Locks not worrying about this at all. Kevin Tharp going to hold it in the center circle here, and Coach Adam Miller just watching from the sideline. And that's his plan, I would think, is to get him out of the zone defense here.
Well, I think CM and Coach Locks are going to be just fine and dandy with them doing this. As the clock runs down, they're not going to worry about it. A low-scoring game's fine with them as long as they can keep it close.
Oilers throw it around the three-point line now. Colby Hall to Trez McElroy to Kevin Tharp. Now to McElroy again, inside to Smith, and a jump ball called there as that zone defense collapsed in the lane. Delaro Smith was headed to the hole, but jump ball, the possession arrow staying with the Oilers. Tyler Woolley into the game for Taylor Knight. CM making a change. Here's Hall for the Oilers. To Smith, looking inside, they keep it outside to Hall. Now to Tharp. Right side, McElroy has it. Brandon Corey taking a break right now, so it's Tharp controlling the offense. Now Hall lost it on a double team as there were hands all over the basketball. Now it's Eagles ball.
Well, Wood River Coach Miller going with what would probably be considered his big lineup with McElroy, Hall, and Cobb all in there at the same time.
Woeful off-balance shot, and it almost went in. It went around the rim and out from the free throw line. No good. Smith to Tharp the other way. East Alton Wood River ball. Tharp down to Cobb. He missed it off the glass, but there's Hall, and he's fouled underneath. So if he misses it, the other big man is right there, Colby Hall.
Well, Colby Hall may be listed an inch shorter than Lucas Cobb, but I'm not really seeing it when they stand next to each other. Those are two big boys out there as far as height goes, and what an excellent job by Hall following up Cobb. Tharp threw the lob pass over the top of the defense once again. Cobb missed the layup. Hall there to rebound it and get the foul called.
CM with another foul. It'll be their fifth team foul. Here's Tharp with it, bounces it out to McElroy. Second quarter, 5:45 to go in the first half. Here's Colby Hall to Delaro Smith. Smith turns around, shot up and missed it. Got hit on the arm, it looked like, on that shot, but he put it off the rim and no good.
Not a very good shot taken there by Smith. He was a little bit off balance. He had two men on him. Just kind of threw up a turnaround jumper. But when you got Lucas Cobb and Colby Hall underneath, you can kind of throw shots up and just expect them to rebound it.
15, Tyler Woolley gives the ball to Woelfel, guarded by Hall. Now out to Woolley. McElroy's on him. Into the game, 25, Andrew Campbell, 6'3" junior. And that's who Cobb will now guard in the man-to-man defense. The tallest player on the roster for CM. Underneath. They kick it to the corner. Woolley, three ball. It's an air ball, but Cobb there and expecting it to hit something, and it went off of his hand and out of bounds.
Yeah, Cobb was a little bit thrown off there because the ball did not hit the rim, and it slammed right off his left hand and out of bounds.
So Eagles ball down the baseline again to the corner. Shot missed by Steemack. Eagles miss another, and Tharp the other way. Scoops it, passes it to Smith. Traveling called as he split the defense there and handed it off to Smith, but turnover.
Coach Locke's really getting on his players to hustle back on defense. He's not happy with the way they're hustling back on defense. He thinks they could be getting back a lot harder and a lot quicker.
10-8, the Oilers lead. Second quarter, 4:30 to go till halftime. Not much offense at all. 10-8, Oilers lead. Woelfel to the corner. Yates fires it up. Missed it. Long rebound. Tharp again. Long threes mean long rebounds, and Tharp with another board. To the corner. Hall fires it up. Missed it. Rebound Smith this time. Delaro inside. Lost it. Now traveling on the Eagles. Once they got the ball, now it goes back to the maroon and gold here.
It's been a little bit of a struggle for both teams here in the early going of this game, shooting the ball. Neither team shooting a very good field goal percentage. And we're sitting here at 10-8, and we've been sitting at 10-8 for the last 4 minutes.
It was 10-6 after one quarter. Cobb underneath, missed it on a little turnaround this time. A little too hard off the glass as he was outside the lane. Woelfel was on him, chest to chest there, but no foul. 3:55 to go, second quarter. Taylor Knight back in for CM to Steemack, way off from the left elbow. He missed it. Tharp the other way. Hall to McElroy now. Detrez McElroy out to Colby Hall. 3:33 till halftime. Brandon Corey will check in a moment. Tharp with a three ball. No good. Off the rim. Timeout CM after they grab the rebound. 2-point game. 3:25 to go, second quarter. The Oilers 10, the Eagles 8. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Welcome back live to Wood River Memorial Gymnasium for boys basketball tonight. Oilers and Eagles, and not really a total slowdown game, just not much offense. 10-8. A lot of missed shots here tonight on both ends.
Well, there's been a couple parts in the game where the offenses have slowed it down to stall a little bit, but it's really only run a couple minutes off the clock. It's just been a case of bad shooting so far tonight. A lot of open looks, a lot of missed shots, and it's really just been Lucas Cobb with some soft, easy baskets underneath.
Backdoor to Woelfel, layup, no, but a foul is called, and the Oilers will pick up their first foul of the game, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right, and that'll go against Corey. It'll be his first foul, sending Woelfel to the line. Woelfel had an easy layup. Corey fouled him to send him to the line. It would have been an easy 2 points.
Woelfel free throw, in and out, rolls off the rim. He had a chance to tie the game, but not now. 10-8 Oilers. Woelfel with another here for CM. And it's in the air. It's off the back iron. He missed it. Cobb with a rebound.
Well, it turns out to be an excellent foul by Corey there. It would have been an easy 2 points on the layup. Corey fouls him. He can't hit either of the free throws, and it's still 10-8.
Brandon Corey on the right wing. Left side now. Tharp. Backdoor to Cobb. Nice catch on the pass, and it's up and in. Cobb off the glass.
Yeah, it was a great catch, but what another great pass as Kevin Tharp continues to just thread the needle over the top of that zone defense, hitting the big man in his hands each and every time.
12-8. 4-point lead for East Alton Wood River. Taylor Knight driving in, traveling once he got to the lane and picked up the orange. Now it'll go back to the Oilers. Jack McKinney into the game for Taylor Knight.
I think Brandon Corey got his hand in there on that ball, and that was what caused the Eagle player to travel, was he got his hand in there on the ball.
Here come the Oilers again, up by 4. We're at 2:27 to go here in the second quarter. Shot missed by Smith. Colby Hall with a follow right in front of the rim, and he put it in.
Colby Hall might have gotten away with a little bit of an over the back, but a nice job hitting the boards and getting the putback.
14-8. Oilers open a 6-point lead. All of a sudden, here's Kyle Yates out to Steemack. 6-foot sophomore Matthew Steemack hands the ball off to Jack McKinney. Now right side, Yates in and out, missed the 3. Rebound Smith. Delaro the other way. Smith quickly up the floor. 14-8 score. Smith has not scored yet. Gives to Brandon Corey. Corey inside, fouled underneath by Steemack as Brandon Corey got a step.
Nice job by Brandon Corey going strong to the baseline there, and Steemack getting him with the body as he went up for the layup, not letting him get an easy 2 points and sending Brandon Corey to the line.
Corey at the free throw line, up and in. 15-8 our score. Brandon doesn't miss many free throws, that's for sure.
No, that's one of the stronger points of his game. His outside shooting, his free throw shooting, his senior leadership, handling the ball at times. He really does a good job steadying this team.
I missed one there, but 1 out of 2 makes it a 15-8 score now. That's a big lead in this game. 7 points.
Yeah, Wood River's really opening it up here as far as this game's concerned.
1:30 till halftime, and now double dribble call by Wolfel out near the free throw line as he went left to right.
Yeah, if you're CM, these are the type of possessions that are just going to kill your night. You have to be able to get some shots and take your chances on rebounding or hitting shots, but that's 2 consecutive possessions with turnovers for the Eagles, a travel and a double dribble.
Corey left side to Tharp. Tharp looking inside. They keep it outside, though. Corey now to Smith. Smith rises above the defense, missed the shot inside. Cobb out of there with the rebound. Somehow he ripped it away from the couple of Eagles and laid it in.
Well, that's the big, strong hands and wrists of Cobb right there. I believe it was Yates, the freshman guard, who he ripped that ball away from.
Now an offensive foul as diving in there was Josh Casina, diving into Lucas Cobb, and you don't want to do that on the block.
He dropped his shoulder on the big man like he was going to go into him, and the referee saw it, called the offensive foul.
Casina with the offensive foul, and now we're at 45 seconds to go. Second quarter, and the Oilers lead it 17-8. 2 points in this quarter for CM. They have 3 field goals in the game, 2 threes in the first quarter, and then a bucket here in the second quarter. In contrast, Lucas Cobb, 12 points of his own. 2 for Hall, 2 for Tharp, 1 for Corey for the other 5.
Yeah, surprisingly, Smith has not scored for Wood River here so far in the first half.
He's had some good looks around the lane and in the lane. Here's Tharp diving inside, and the shot blocked away. 5 seconds left. The Eagles need to hurry. Here's Wolfel. Down low it goes, and he threw it away at the buzzer. They don't even get a shot before halftime. It's halftime in Wood River, and the Oilers lead it 17-8 over CM. At the half, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To-do list rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent, from auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, This might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 Lacrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown! Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Welcome back to East Alton Wood River High School. Oilers and Eagles back on the floor, loosening up for the second half, and they're all practicing their field goal shooting, and they need to, because we need some buckets here, don't we? 2s, 3s, it hasn't mattered. Even free throws not really falling, because Wolfville is 0 for 2. That's the only CM free throws. And East Alton Wood River, 3 out of 6. That's only 50% there.
Yeah, it's as if there's lids on top of those buckets here tonight. I can't seem to figure it out. You know, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast that CM hasn't been very good at scoring consistently this season, so, you know, 8 points is low for anybody. But it wouldn't necessarily surprise us had CM not, have scored a lot of points in that half. But with Wood River not scoring, with having 3 young men that average in double figures, being a team that has put up points all year, I mean, it makes you wonder what's going on down here. I mean, I'll give credit to the Civic Memorial's defense for some of it, but the rest of it is just lousy shooting, and hopefully we'll see both teams turning around here in the second half, and we can have an outstanding finish with a lot more scoring.
Well, there's not many times where you'll see a team go through a season where 5 times they score in the 20s. CM's low for the year, 21 points back in the middle of December. They've had a game of 21, 22, 25, 27, 27. 5 times they've been in the 20s. They're at 8 points right now.
Yeah, they are definitely on pace to be in the 20s, but, Coach Locks and the Eagles aren't trying to do that. They're here to try and win this game, and they're only down 9. That's the big picture.
Third quarter underway. CM ball, baseline shot. Woolley, he puts it up and in from the right corner. It's a 2 ball for Woolley.
That's what we need to see right there, making some shots out of these young men. Woolley from about 17 feet out down in the corner buries the jump shot for the lefty.
17-10. The Eagles finally in double figures on our first shot of the third quarter, and now the Eagles hold the ball again. And the Eagles, or I should say the Oilers, hold the ball with that zone defense, but CM will come out, play him man-to-man. Now Cobb underneath, traveling on the left side of the basket. Turnover Oilers as the Eagles came out with some man-to-man defense.
Well, I think the referee could have taken a pick there. He could have called a travel, which he did, or he could have called an offensive foul, as Cobb really came with a hard elbow on that play.
Cobb reaches in as Woolley tries to go around a screen by Standifer, and Cobb with a silly foul. That's only the second foul on the Oilers in the entire game, though. Corey with a foul in the first half, and other than that, nothing until now. Cobb with a reach in. 1 minute into the third quarter now. It's a 7-point game. Standifer for 3. Missed it off the back iron. Rebound, Smith. Delaro heads the other way. Smith all the way down under the basket. Left hand, missed it. Rebound, Civic Memorial.
Well, Delaro Smith, once again, he did a great job getting to the basket, but could not finish.
Inside, pass tipped away. Oilers with some D, and they're headed back the other way. Tharp moving into the front court. And Tharp will hold it in the center circle as the Eagles go to the zone defense again. The Oilers hold it again, so they come out man-to-man again. Same scenario. Down to Cobb it goes. He missed it. Knocked out of bounds by Standifer. And it's going to be CM ball. That was clearly slammed out of bounds by number 34 of the purple.
I think Lucas Cobb is reiterating your point to the referee as he runs down the court that should be Wood River ball.
Wow, there was no question. I mean, he was all alone under the basket. Now Cobb and Standifer banging underneath. Here's Standifer with it. Cobb with a block. And Cobb, outlet to Kevin Tharp. Oilers ball.
That was a good move by Standiford, a good spin move to get around Cobb, but Cobb's size helped him be able to reach over the top and make that block.
Lucas at the high post, down to Hall in the low post, and Woelfel with a foul from behind as the two big men play catch. Woelfel with his second foul.
Well, that makes the team fouls in the game, I believe, 8-2, with CM having 8, and I don't know a basketball coach on the planet that's not going to be in the referee's ear if that keeps going on.
McElroy in for the Oilers, and for CM, Steemack in to guard Hall. Man-to-man for the Eagles here on defense again. Tharp gives to Corey. East Alton Wood River ball. Colby Hall leans in, missed it on a fadeaway. Rebound, Civic Memorial. Here comes Yates the other way. Stops and pops, missed it. Cobb with a rebound. Oilers ball. Still, both teams missing all kinds of shots. 2s, 3s, free throws, whatever. Top of the key, it's Corey. A pick by Hall, but it's a moving pick by Hall. They're going to call Colby with his first foul.
I think that's the right call there. He didn't get his body set to set that pick. He was still moving his feet. Good call by the official on that one. Colby Hall will take that foul.
4:54 to go, third quarter. CM ball. 17-10. Standiford, 3 ball. That's good. Left side for Standiford.
That was a good-looking shot there from the left wing. As he buries it, Zach Standiford cuts this lead to 4, and we may have a game still here yet to go.
17-13 now. Standiford with a couple of threes. 3 threes for the Eagles now. They have 2 twos with the 3 threes, and here's Tharp with it. Out to Colby Hall. Hall, right side to Corey. Back to Tharp. 17-13 as we play in the third quarter. Here's Hall underneath. Fouled on a reach in. Standiford with his third foul.
Wow, that looked like good defense by Zach Standiford. It looked like he had all ball. Probably should have been a jump ball call in my estimation. Colby Hall brought the ball down. It was a good pass getting it in there by McElroy. Hall brought the ball down low, and it looked like Standiford had a good tie up there, and the referee saw it differently than I did.
Standiford comes out. They throw it into Cobb. Turn around, and somebody taking a dive for CM, but they got the call. Lucas Cobb with his second foul.
That's that exact foul right there that you always hear Shaquille O'Neal complaining about in the NBA. Just because I'm big, when I turn around and that guy's small and he falls down, you call foul every time, and that's what they did to Lucas Cobb right there.
They sure did, and he gets a lot of calls that way. Now Smith with a foul and a bucket and one for Taylor Knight. And Taylor Knight has a chance at a three-point play.
Well, as unbelievable as it may seem right now, with 3:56 to go in the third quarter, if Taylor Knight can knock this free throw down, we got a 17-17 game.
In the air and good. 17-8 at halftime, and the Oilers have not scored here in the third quarter. 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. 4 minutes to go. There's a shot from the baseline, missed by Smith. Rebound Cobb, and he's fouled underneath. 2 or 3 CM players there again.
Great job there by Cobb, getting the rebound, going back up strong. Couple Eagles hanging all over him. They're just lucky he wasn't able to knock it down for the chance of a three-point play.
I didn't catch who that foul was on, but it's another CM foul, and now Cobb misses the free throw. He's at 12 points in the game. Cobb will have another one.
I think that foul went against Thomas Woelfel.
In the air and good. So Cobb 1 out of 2 to give him 13 now in the game. And the first point of the third quarter for the Oilers. 18-16, and now out of bounds. A double team there, and CM lost it on a turnover. Oilers ball.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing, is it's just 1 point. Wood River has scored 1 point here in the third quarter, and we're 4.5 minutes in.
And they still have a 2-point lead thanks to a 9-point lead at halftime. Here comes Tharp. He's out there with Hall, McElroy, Smith, and Cobb. Here's Smith off balance, fouled on his way for the shot there. Off balance shot moving right to left, but it's a foul on Woolley.
Nice job by Delaro drawing the contact, getting himself to the line. Now we'll see if he can get himself into the scorebook.
Delaro at the line, and he's way short on the free throw. 0 for 3 from the line. A 43% free throw shooter, too. And this one's good, 1 out of 2. 19-16 Oilers.
Well, it's just got to feel good for Delaro himself just to get on the board. 1 point. Knocking a shot down, that might get him going. Just the feeling of something going through the rim.
Here's Woolley with the Eagles outside, guarded by Tharp. Now Yates gives to McKinney. 3 minutes left. We have a foul away from the ball, and this is on Tharp, holding his man through the middle of the lane there.
Yeah, Kevin Tharp kind of arm-barred, I believe it was Woolley, as Woolley came through the free throw line there. And good eyes by the referee.
I like that, arm-barred. That's good.
That's from some of my MMA knowledge.
That's good. Left side, Wolfel has it. Double team there. Good help defense by Tharp, and Tharp is back out on his man Woolley. Now it's McKinney with it for the Eagles. Top of the key, Stimac driving inside, blocked away by Cobb, and he rips it down, and they head the other way.
That's the second time tonight Stimac has tried Cobb, and both times Cobb has swatted him out of the lane.
Here's McElroy with it. Now to Smith, driving in, finger roll, good! Delaro Smith to the basket.
Delaro Smith with a good drive. He was started on the left wing. He took it strong. Could have maybe got a charge call, but I think the CM defender was set up too far underneath the basket.
Here's Yates inside, fouled by Cobb. Just a little tap on the top of the head, but that's enough as he went for another block shot instead of just letting the player go by, because there's a wild drive there. I don't think they had a chance for that to go in.
Well, it would have been an outstanding circus-type shot for the young freshman Yates if it would have gone in. But give the kid credit. He did a good job using his body to shield Cobb away from the ball, and that's why Cobb had to reach over the top of him to try and get it, and he drew the foul.
Well, now it's Corey in for Cobb, because Cobb has 3 fouls here in the third quarter. Didn't have any fouls at halftime, but 3 now. 2:09 to go in the third. CM with another free throw. Yates missed the first one. He missed the second one, too. 0 for 2.
Well, with Cobb out of the game, Kobe Hall's just going to have to step up a little bit and start crushing those boards a little bit harder.
Eagles now 1 out of 5 from the free throw line. 1:50 to go, third quarter. Here's Brandon Corey to Delaro Smith. Delaro driving, top of the key, gives to McElroy, out to Brandon Corey, over to Kevin Tharp. Tharp looking inside, Eagles with some man-to-man D, down to Smith, up and in, got around his man with a blink of an eye. Smith for 2.
Well, the Delaro Smith that we've all been used to seeing this season looks like he's coming out here the last couple minutes here in the third quarter.
23-16, back to a 7-point lead. McKinney drives in, glass, no good. Rebound, Stimac, still Eagles ball. They get a rare offensive rebound.
Well, Stemac's got to be happy to see Cobb sitting on the bench over there.
Here's Taylor Knight down low, glass and good. Knight with a good drive down below, and it's 23-18 Oilers.
Taylor Knight with a good job there, finding space, creating space off the dribble, and getting the shot.
McElroy to Smith, down to Hall, and he was stripped from the ball there, stripped away from him, and an Eagles foul is called. 2 defenders there. It's going to be Yates with a foul.
Good pass there by Delaro Smith to get it into Hall. Because they're just basically what's taking place now that Cobb has had to go out of the game as Hall's moved into his spot, and they're just trying to feed him just like they were trying to feed Cobb in the first half.
Hall free throw, in and out, no good. 6 missed free throws for the Oilers. 4 missed free throws for the Eagles. That's 10 missed free throws that we could have up on the board. This one's good by Colby Hall. He has 3 points in the game. And they make it 24-18, 6-point lead for the home team, East Alton Wood River. Here's Woolley, guarded by Tharp. Woolley to Standifer, who's back in the game with 3 fouls, remember. McElroy will guard him. Now top of the key. Steemack bounces it to Wolfel. Wolfel to Woolley. 20 seconds to go. They wait for the last shot of the third quarter. Here's Taylor Knight to Standifer. Now left side, Steemack. Down to Standifer again. Leans in, missed it. Smith with a rebound. Plenty of time left. Smith to Tharp. Little fadeaway. Good! Tharp with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and in on a feed from Smith. And he makes it 26-18. A big bucket at the end of the third quarter for the Oilers. Fourth quarter after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Why is Roberts Motors #1 in Ford certified pre-owned sales in the St. Louis Metro East?
Visit the 169-point inspection all our vehicles go through.
Maybe it's because we've been doing it for over 60 years.
Or is it the large selection we keep in stock at all times?
Personally, I think the answer is all the above. Stop in today and see. Nobody does pre-owned better than Roberts Motors.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years in Alton, Illinois, or on the web at RiverBend.com.
Do you want a lower house payment without having to move? Olin Community Credit Union has made refinancing easy for you. With their online mortgage center, you can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives. What are you waiting for? Call 618-258-3168 or visit online at www.olincreditunion.org to access their online mortgage center where you can apply and receive an answer anytime, anywhere.
With Brian Lewis, Brent Birkeland back with you. Oilers get the ball, even though they scored that last basket with 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. They'll get it back for more here. Delaro Smith, free throw line, up and missed it. Hall with the rebound, but it was knocked away from him. CM ball. Fourth quarter now. It's 26-18. 8-point lead, even though CM was within 1 there. Midway through the third quarter, then the Oilers went on a little run. Now their lead is back to an 8-point advantage. Standifer misses a 3. Rebound, Colby Hall.
Standifer with a good look from the right wing, but he couldn't knock it down, and Colby Hall cleaning up the mess underneath.
Now we have a whistle and a foul. Delaro Smith getting it on the left wing outside the lane there, and foul is going to be called on Taylor Knight. Second foul on Knight, number 20. Oilers throw it in, leading 26-18. Here's Tharp with the dribble, top of the key. Tharp guarded by Woolley. 7:11 to go in the game. Down to Smith, inside, good, and 1. Smith to the front of the rim again.
Well, we talk about it all the time. That's when he's at his best, when he's taking it into the paint, playing aggressive, driving it in there. And Delaro now with the chance for a three-point play as he had a nice swoop shot up there off the glass.
Eagles with yet another foul. Delaro Smith in the air, left it short, no good. 7 points now for Smith. He had 0 at halftime. 3 buckets now and a timeout for CM as the Oilers put the press on here. 30-second timeout for Coach Ty Locks. Both teams with plenty of timeouts remaining, and we'll see some timeouts here in the fourth quarter, probably. 28-18 now, though. Double-digit lead for the Oilers.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game so far. This is a big possession right here for the Eagles. They need to get some points on the board. They're down 10. They can't let this get any worse. There's 7 minutes to go. That's plenty of time if they can clean it up a little bit here, but they have to get some points out of this possession.
Well, they made a run in the third quarter coming out of halftime when they were down 17-8. They did score 10 points in that third quarter, but then the Oilers come back with 9 after a couple of Delaro Smith buckets there late in the third, and then Tharp with the bucket with 2 seconds to go in the third. So 28-18 now our score. And Cobb still on the bench with those 3 fouls and 13 points. Here's Standifer. Finger roll, no good. Smith has the rebound, and the Eagles have a foul. I think this one's going to be Stimac reaching in on Delaro Smith. Cobb, Hall, and Smith, each with about 5 rebounds apiece.
Well, Smith will go to the free throw line, shooting the bonus here, and with 6:46 to go, both teams in the bonus, and this might be the way Delaro Smith can get to a season average at the free throw line.
Well, he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. 1 for 6 for Smith from the line. 1 for 6. Right side, Stimac, Eagles ball here. It is Standifer with it. Standifer waits for a guard. Here's Yates now. Down low to Standifer, out of bounds. The pass out of his reach. Turnover, Oilers ball.
No, that play right there reminds me of something I hear Coach Deion Thomas say all the time out Lewis and Clark. He's always on his big man to catch the ball with 2 hands. Move their feet, get to the spot, and catch it with 2 hands. And as you saw that time, Standifer did not do that. The ball went off his one hand as he tried to catch it one-handed and out of bounds.
Delaro Smith, 3-point line. Will kick it back out to Tharp. 6:06 to go in the game. Oilers looking for a 20-win season tonight. They are 19-6. Tharp holds it, center circle now to Colby Hall. Hall watches some cutters go through the lane. McElroy and Smith, gives it to Smith. Spin move, up and in again. There's Delaro Smith again.
You know, sometimes Delaro Smith looks like he doesn't have much quickness, but then he'll turn it into another gear. And how about that spin move? A quick spin move through the paint and an easy layup.
Wolfel for 3. It's in and out. No good. Rebound Stimac for the Eagles. Stolen away by Tharp, but Wolfel has it right back. To Woolley. Down to Standifer. On the right block, and he threw it away to Brandon Corey. Corey to Tharp. Tharp up and in at the other end. Timeout Oilers, and the Oilers running away with it now. 32-18 as Tharp and Corey combine.
Yeah, nice job there getting down the court. And I've got to mention the defense that Trez McElroy has been playing on Standifer here in this fourth quarter. Since the fourth quarter started, and that's approximately 3 minutes, McElroy has been his shadow out there, and he's not allowed him to do anything, and he's caused 2 turnovers on Standifer here in the fourth quarter. Trez McElroy, great senior night here defensively for the Wood River Oilers.
And Brandon Corey with a steal there as they tried to go back out to the 3-point arc, and Corey got it to Tharp. Tharp put it in, and Kevin Tharp now with 6 points. 9 for Smith, 13 for Cobb, and 3 for Colby Hall.
Yeah, 13 for Cobb, and he's been parked on that bench for about the last 4 or 5 minutes of play here in the game.
Picked up 3 fouls in the third quarter. Here's Yates going down low, and he almost throws it away. Standifer picks it up. Now to Wolfel it goes, and he's fouled there. It's going to be McElroy with a reach in from behind.
Yeah, McElroy was passing Wolfel. He wasn't guarding him. He was running past him, and as he went past, he tried to reach in for the ball and grab it and got all armed.
4:58 to go in the ball game now. Cobb's going to check back in as Wolfel throws it up. Short on the free throw, though. No good. He's 0 for 3 from the line. And Corey comes out. Cobb comes in. One of the problems, too, Cobb's had is with a bad ankle for about a month and a half. I think it's his left ankle. He's got both of them taped up pretty good. And Lucas back out there now. Wolfel misses them both, and both short. Here's Delaro Smith. Gets his pocket picked. Wolfel with a steal. Foul and 1, it looks like. Woelfel to the glass, and Tharp with a foul.
Well, Tharp tried his hardest to get back and set his feet to draw that charge, but he couldn't quite get there. Good call by the official. Tharp's feet were not set. He did not have the position. Woelfel was able to put the bucket in even though there was contact, and now he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Up and in. 2 for 8 for CM from the line, though. With that bucket, 2 for 8. 1 for 5 for Woelfel now, his first free throw. Tharp down to Cobb, and he is fouled on the right block. Otherwise, it's another layup.
And you see it again. Once Cobb gets back in the game, he creates that size mismatch underneath. Wood River does a good job just getting the ball into him, and he draws the foul. But as you mentioned, if Woelfel doesn't foul him there, it's an easy 2 points.
Cobb misses the free throw. Both teams doing a lot of that. Missing free throws. Cobb with 13 points. He's 1 out of 3 from the line. And 1 out of 4 from the line. He missed them both. 32 to 21. Cobb with a steal now as now he plays some D on Standifer.
How about Lucas Cobb on that? Moving his feet to get around the man for a steal.
32-21, still a double-digit lead for the Oilers, and we're down to 4:15 to go. Smith down to Cobb, good, and 1. Lucas Cobb will go for 3.
I think that foul was on Zach Standifer, which would be his 4th. And that's about the 3rd time tonight we've seen Delaro Smith drive. As he gets in there, he goes up as if he's going to shoot. All the Eagle defenders think he's going to shoot. He just drops a pass off over the top to Lucas Cobb for a layup. And I misspoke there. I thought that was 4, but that is 5 fouls on Standifer, and he'll have to go to the bench.
And a disappointing night for him. 6 points, 2 3 balls, and that's it for the leading scorer. And there's another missed free throw by Cobb, but McElroy has it to Smith, down to Cobb. The layup is good. 55 gets 4 points out of it instead of 3.
Well, only Lucas Cobb could have that happen as after he missed a free throw, went right back down to where he belongs underneath the underneath the rim. Got an easy 2 points.
17 for Cobb now. 1 out of 5 from the line, but those short field goals keep coming, and he keeps on finishing those. And here's Woolley missing a 3. Rebound Tharp, 1 on 3, so he'll hold it up. Now he lost it, and he tries to get it back, but he's going to be charged with a foul. Woelfel fouled by Tharp.
Well, Kevin Tharp, he knew he kind of messed up there by trying to take the ball through 4 guys. He lost the ball, and he was going to do everything in his power to get that ball back for his team. And even if that meant wrestling Woelfel to the floor, which is what he did.
36-21, Woelfel hits the first free throw. So this will not be their lowest scoring game of the year. They have 22 now. CM with 21 points against Mascoutah back in mid-December. 5 times they've had games in the 20s, though. And they're at 22 now as Woelfel misses the second free throw. 36-22. Now a whistle and a foul. Steemack charged with the foul there. 3rd foul on number 33.
Well, Steemack's had a tough night as far as the matchup's concerned. The times he's been in the game, he's had to match up against Cobb, and it's just been a brutal battle underneath there for him. And I give the kid credit. He's working hard, but he's coming up on the short end of the stick in most of it.
Smith misses the front end of another 1-and-1. Delaro, 1 free throw in the game, and a lot of misses from the line. For everybody, though, both teams, it's 36-22. The Oilers over the Eagles in the 4th quarter. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Tharp, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo! Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Back live in Wood River, boys basketball tonight with Brian Lewis. Brent Birkland back with you here. RiverBender.com also here tonight. Dan Gonzalez bringing the camera out for some Friday night boys basketball. The maroon and gold leading the purple and gold here by 14 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's been a story of slow starts, bad shooting, but here in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes ago, Wood River has a commanding lead, and they may just beat the Eagles for the first time in 8 years.
Left wing, it's Woolley. CM ball. Now Wolfel has it to Tyler Woolley again. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go in the game. Here's Wolfel to the basket. Glass, no. Smith with a rebound. Delaro has a lot of rebounds tonight for sure. Down to Hall, and he is fouled, and might be Steve Mack again. It will be his fourth.
That's all Steve Mack could do. Otherwise, Hall was going to have an easy 2 points and good pass as Delaro Smith got his head up early before he even got to half court. Found Hall down court, threw a good pass, and the foul on Steve Mack. Colby Hall at the line shooting 2.
Lefty puts it up and in. He's 2 out of 3 from the line. Maybe the best free throw shooter of the night at 2 out of 3. Here comes another.
Well, I was never that good in math, but a lot of those percentages you're reading off I know are not good.
3 out of 4, though, for Hall as he hits 2 for 2. 5 points for Hall, 5 rebounds as well. 38-22. Wolfel, top of the key, missed the 3. Smith with another rebound. Delaro brings it down to McElroy, who's back in the game. Now Tharp has it. Tharp over the timeline to McElroy again. 2:25 left. Here's Smith. Spins into the lane. Missed the shot. Rebound Taylor Knight of the Eagles. 3-on-2, but the pass is a bad one to Woolley. But he goes back to get it. Now Woolley to Wolfel for 3. Short, no good. Cobb with the rebound.
Lucas Cobb didn't even have to move for that one. It hit the front of the rim and fell right to him.
Fell in his lap, and the Oilers leading 38-22. Down to Cobb again, blocked from behind, and we're going to have a foul. Wolfel grabbed it, and then Cobb pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, Steve Mack got a block on Cobb there. That's got to feel good for the young man, number 33 of CM, to get a block on the big boy after the battle he's gone through tonight. But Cobb, out of frustration, shoved Wolfel quite far out of bounds there to get that foul.
And he's got 4 fouls now. Wolfel to the free throw line. 2 out of 7 for Wolfel in the game. 2 out of 8. He missed again. He'll shoot again.
2 out of 8. It seems like you're saying that for more than just a few players out here.
And 25% if you're counting. Here's his 9th attempt of the game. It's no good. Off the rim. 2 out of 9 for Wolfel. Now we have another foul on CM. It's Woolley who reaches in with the foul this time.
Well, Kevin Tharp's going to go to the line now. He is a pretty good free throw shooter, so we'll see how he does here with these shots.
2 for 2 way back in the first quarter. But he misses one here.
Yep, I jinxed him.
Well, he's still got another one, so 38-22 in favor of the Oilers. Beat the Eagles for the first time since 2002, it appears. In the air, he missed them both. 0 for 2 for Tharp that time. 1:42 to go in the game. Winding down here in the fourth quarter on senior night. Inside, Woolley gets the baseline and lays it in.
Woolley just worked right around Cobb there. Cobb had to come out and defend him in the corner at the three-point line. He went right around him.
Tharp tried to get it to Cobb, knocked out by the Eagles. 1:24 to go. We mentioned 6 Oilers seniors here on senior night. Kevin Tharp, Detrez McElroy, Dylan Morse, one of their bench players, also Delaro Smith, Brandon Corey, and Lucas Cobb. 6 seniors, and now double dribble top of the key on Colby Hall. Eagles get it back with 1:22 to go.
Well, 5 of those 6 seniors have contributed immensely here this evening.
And it looks like the other senior, Dylan Morse, will get to come into the game here in a moment, and that's good to see. There's a missed shot. Rebound Oilers. 1:05 remaining, and Tharp out to Delaro Smith. Delaro inside, scoop shot, no good. Got his own rebound, though, and he'll lay it up and in. Second try, he's got 2 more.
Good effort by Delaro Smith there, getting his own rebound and getting 2 points.
11 for Smith now, and a 3 for Woolley the other way. 40-27 now. 13-point lead, 36 seconds to go. Timeout Oilers. 32nd timeout, and their lead is 13 points here with just 36 seconds to go.
Well, I think Coach Miller was just calling that timeout. One, Kevin Tharp was having a little bit of trouble getting it over half court, but I think he was wanting to get Morse into the game as he was sitting up there at the scorer's table and the clock continuing to run, and that timeout will help get that last senior onto the court here in front of the home crowd for senior night.
36 seconds to go, and Tharp, McElroy, Hall, Smith, and Dylan Morse onto the court. 35 seconds to go. Live in Wood River, it's Oilers basketball, and Tharp holding it out high with 25 seconds to go now. Killing the clock in a 40-27 ball game. Tharp has it left side to McElroy. He tries a 3. It's no good. Morse has it underneath, and he'll dribble it out with 10 seconds to go. Down underneath the Smith. He missed it off the glass. Eagles ball. They come flying up the floor. At the buzzer, Shasheen hits the bucket, but that's the end of senior night for the Oilers, winning their 20th game of the year, 20-6 after the win, 40-29 over CM. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Tharp, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah!
9 o'clock here on a Friday night. You're in tune to WBGZ Alton. Brian Lewis and Brent Birkland back with you here, and a 20-win season for the Oilers, a special season, and it continues here in 2010. Magical season, 40-29 Oilers over the CM Eagles tonight, Brian.
Hey, it was a little bit of a sloppy game there for a while. You know, it wasn't exactly what everybody was thinking it would be, but it turned out the way that most of us thought it would. A victory by the Wood River Oilers. And, you know, CM, once again, they played their hearts out. They never gave up. They battled. They just didn't have the team to beat Wood River. So for the first time in 8 years, the Wood River Oilers have knocked off the Civic Memorial Eagles 40-29, and congratulations to Wood River. Even though it wasn't pretty, they got 20 wins tonight. They've already won the conference. As you mentioned, it's been a tremendous season. Now they just need to not be satisfied with this, keep on working, and push on through for some more wins.
Well, they're still about a week away from hosting a regional here, a 2A boys basketball regional. And it's going to be a tough one because they're the number 3 seed. Columbia, number 2 seed. Metro East, the number 1 seed. You have Waterloo, Jabot, and Roxana. Roxana's the 5 seed out of 5 teams, so that's a very tough regional. But that's still a week to 10 days away. But CM on the other side of things, 20 losses this year, a 20-loss season, and that's not good.
You know, obviously, that's not good. And Coach Locks is not happy with that, as most coaches wouldn't be. But, sometimes you got to work for the future. And as you saw tonight, he started Kyle Yates, a freshman. He started Drew Emmerich, a sophomore. He's trying to see what he's got for the future, trying to get these kids ready, for future successes. And, I know Ty Locks somewhat well. He played at Lewis and Clark when I was out there. He played for Doug Stotler, and he's a lot along the same lines as Coach Stotler was, and he's not going to give up. He's just going to work harder and work harder and work harder. And I would be very surprised if next season they have the same kind of season. I think it's going to be a lot better in the future for CM.
17 points for Lucas Cobb. He leads the way tonight. Delaro Smith, 11 points, even though he had to fight to get the double figures because there was some bad free throw shooting for both teams tonight, including Smith and Cobb, but they both get into double figures. Tharp had 6. Hall had 5 here tonight. 7 points each for the CM Eagles. Tyler Woolley and Thomas Wolfel. 7 for Wolfel, 7 for Woolley to lead the way because they only scored 29 points. 40-29 the final.
Yeah, Lucas Cobb, as I mentioned at the very beginning, I saw that young man come off the bench and how high he jumped at the beginning of this game. And with a hurt ankle and as big as that young man is, he doesn't jump like that. He was excited from the start of the game. He went for 17 points, a lot of rebounds. I mean, Cobb has got soft hands, quick feet. He does an excellent job. And as long as Delaro Smith and Kevin Tharp and Brandon Corey keep getting that ball into Cobb and into Hall, Wood River's going to have a good end of the season. And I just want to take a minute to plead with some of you people in the Riverbend from Roxana and Wood River. When this regional starts over here, get over here and pack this house. This old gym here is outstanding. I love coming down here. It's great when this place is packed. And when that regional starts, everybody needs to get out and come watch Wood River and Roxana, because I think one of those two teams is going to come out of here with that. Come pack the house down in Wood River.
That'd be nice to see Shells and Oilers fans in full force once the playoffs get here. And it's not too far down the road now as we head into the middle of February now. Our final tonight, the Oilers over the Eagles. East Alton Wood River 40, CM 29. Thanks for tuning in to Friday Night Boys Basketball here on the Big Z. Thanks to my partner, Brian Lewis. This is Brent Birkland. So long, everybody.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Dentistry with TLC, stop hiding and start smiling. Quality Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Cadillac. Serving the Riverbend for 52 years.